hottest topics in HR these days, and actually for a while, has been HR metrics or HR analytics. So the question might come up is, why is it so hot, and what should you be doing in the area of metrics? The first reason it's hot is because times are tough, economic pressures are on, so everyone wants to squeeze the most out of every resources, and you can't improve things without metrics. So Six Sigma or lean manufacturing or all these different approaches are based on metrics. So the number one reason why metrics are hot in HR is because metrics are hot in business. During tough times, you have to measure in order to get the most out of your resources. People in HR have seen that metrics can make you heroes. So if you look at supply chain used to be purchasing and warehousing and a fat guy in a truck. But they put together two factors. One was metrics, the other was technology, and they become corporate heroes. The same is true of CRM or lean manufacturing. So because other functions have become corporate heroes, HR says, I want to be the next one. I want to move from being just an overhead function to a contributor to profit. Historically, HR metrics have gotten little attention because they're historical metrics. Most metrics from HR are a report. They're not decision-making tools, they're reports. Last year, your turnover rate was 10%. Well, no kidding. How the hell does that help me? It doesn't tell me why I had a turnover rate. It doesn't tell me that the turnover rate is going to be higher or lower. It doesn't tell me the dollar impact. So the best metrics are forward-looking. They tell you who's going to win the Super Bowl next year and not this year. They tell you why things happen, when they happen, and what you can do to overcome them. The language of business is money. If you're going to impress people with metrics, you have to say, no, our program made this amount of money, our program had this impact on sales or profit or customer satisfaction. We need to convert everything we do in HR to dollar impacts and numbers. If you want to get budget, the way to get money is through the CFO, and you have to have a business case. So a business case or ROI shows that for every dollar you put in, you get $2 back. You can't get your budget increased, you can't get new projects funded unless you understand metrics and the decision criteria of executives. Metrics are decision tools, so if you want to make decisions, especially fact-based decisions or database decisions, you just have to have measures. So you have to find out not just that people left, why they left, what would have caused them to stay. Simply listing turnover doesn't do it. It's what can prevent that. Metrics are program assessment tools, so if you want to know if your recruiting program, retention program, referral program is working, you have to have assessment metrics at the end. They tell you whether you're meeting your goals, so people say, how many metrics should I have? Well, one for each major goal at least. So if your goal is to double productivity, then obviously you need a goal for that. If your goal is to increase the quality of hire, you need a metric for that. So for every goal, you have a metric. What are metrics? There are ways to be more businesslike. There are ways to impress executives. Essentially a language. Instead of saying my employees are happy, you list productive. Instead of being historical, you put these are our metrics, this is where they will be next year. You compare your metrics to the best in the industry. So it's a language, and to me it's something that will dominate HR as it now dominates business. Instead of saying I hired 20 people, you'll say revenue's up $20 million because of the result of the people I hired. Our revenue's down because we lost people. Our innovation is up because of the way we train people. So metrics is the language of business. There's no way to avoid it. We're way behind in HR compared to the analytics of CRM or other areas. So I recommend you walk over and talk to the people in business analytics and business intelligence and say, what can I learn? And you'll find that there's an amazing array of tools to make incredibly better decisions and to have more productivity of your workforce.